What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we do have some pretty interesting stuff I would like to discuss with you guys. Not only are we going to be talking about Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Stellar Lumens, doing their technical analysis, seeing where they're headed. We're also going to be looking at the coin market cap, and we are definitely going to be talking about what is going on today. Hopefully you guys are aware of the big controversy that's going on in today's most particular news. Hopefully you guys are aware of it, but JP Morgan, also known as Chase, will be the first major US bank to launch its own cryptocurrency. Very interesting, considering I've made tons of videos talking about Chase, JP Morgan, talking a bunch of crap about cryptocurrency and not wanting to own it and bashing Bitcoin. And would you look at that? Now they made their own cryptocurrency. So if any of this sounds interesting, guys, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and let's head into today's episode. So guys, before I dive into the JP Morgan controversy, I do first want to look at the coin market cap, and then we will talk about those articles. So basically, on this coin market cap, I'm going to make it short and sweet. Bitcoin dominance 52.8%, slightly lower than yesterday. 24-hour volume is declining. Market cap is declining by, less than $1 billion, which I know sounds like a lot, but in this space and in this sphere, it's really not much. As we look at the top 10 cryptocurrencies, you guys can see most of the coins are kind of stagnant right now. We're seeing little to no movement. Sideways is pretty much where we're headed. You could just see all these coins are just so flatlined after this run up. And yes, there are some, that are kind of having their own path, but for the most part, they are trading out sideways. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin is now number 4. Good news. We'll talk about that. Trading out sideways. You can see out of these top 10 coins, Litecoin is number 4. We're currently at 2.5 bill. That is because EOS, which is 492 mil, just decided to tank about 3.6%. But beautiful to see it in the number 4th spot. We're catching up. Whoa! Did I just notice a crazy thing, guys? This is pretty awesome. XRP is number 2. XRP is number 2. Number 3. XRP got bumped out of number 2 and is now in the number 3 spot. So that's another huge thing. And I'm not surprised that we're seeing some, interest in XRP right now, losing, some of its market cap, mainly because, with JP Morgan, which is a bank, as we know, and the first bank to make a crypto, and XRP, Ripple, which is pretty much targeting banks to use it, it kind of goes against it. It has competition now, so I'm not surprised to see that XRP is falling quite a bit. Very shocked that Litecoin is right behind XRP, which I am not surprised about. Shocked that XRP fell, makes sense. But Litecoin is right behind XRP. I know the market cap is off by $10 billion, but it definitely looks a lot nicer like this. Would look a little bit nicer if Litecoin bumped out XRP, but this does look beautiful, and I am liking the way this is, fading out. I'm not really a fan of Bitcoin Cash, but I'm just so impressed at how this market is turning out to be. Before, guys, we jump into the JP Morgan, if you guys did want to make a little bit of money while all this news is going out, it's pretty much free money. There's an app called ABRA. ABRA is an exchange where you can use it on Apple or iPhone and Android. They're doing a promotion right now. I am partnering with them, and I am an affiliate now, so that's pretty awesome. I was talking to one of the sales managers over at ABRA, and it's pretty awesome. Now that I'm an affiliate, the link is a permanent link, which is huge. So definitely check that link out if you're new and you haven't yet signed up. It's the second link in the description. Basically, if you deposit $5 US dollars from your bank account into ABRA's exchange, they will reward you with $25 of free Bitcoin. I've literally had, I believe, over 45 people now who have signed up. It is absolutely awesome. I do appreciate all you guys who have signed up and received their $25 of free Bitcoin. So take advantage of this, guys, if you're new to the channel or you haven't yet signed up. It's awesome. Free Bitcoin, who doesn't like that? Otherwise, let's move into these articles we've all been discussing. So moving on now. JP Morgan, guys. JP Morgan. Where do I even start? So let me give you a little bit about what's kind of a summary really quick of what exactly is going on. So in a first for a major US bank, JP Morgan said Thursday, which is today, it would launch a cryptocurrency tied to the US dollar. Very interesting. And it's kind of controversial as to whether or not this is a cryptocurrency. It's a coin, it's a bank token or a bank coin that is using blockchain. It's not necessarily decentralized because the bank controls it and they have a regulated price of it. So they're not allowing it to be volatile. They're keeping it as one price. It is equal to $1 US, as I will talk about in a second. But the bank said that the coin called the JPM coin is intended to make instantaneous payments using blockchain technology. So hear me out, guys. This could potentially be a good thing. I am anti the fact that, Chase, which talked a lot of crap and shit about Bitcoin, is now doing this. But if this does get publicly traded and it is a flatlined $1 coin, that's really, really, really good, because if you do, let's say, own Bitcoin and we shoot up on a massive run and we know it's about to pull back down, if we're able to transfer this coin into JPM coin and leave it at a $1 value where it does not fluctuate at all, we won't get affected when Bitcoin decides to pull back down. So instead of cashing it out to US dollars, which you'll then get taxed on like 25 or 30% as a commodity, you can transfer it into a stable token or a stable coin, which would be JPM coin, and you could potentially make a lot more and not necessarily pay taxes because you wouldn't be cashing out yet, but you could be holding this in a stable token, which is pretty cool that I just thought about. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. This is definitely a topic of discussion. So JP Morgan's Chief Executive Officer, Jamie Dimon, said in late 2017 that Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency, was a fraud. So crypto was a fraud, and now he later regrets his comment, and he did regret his comment. He could seize the power. The banks are now seeing this, power and how this could potentially affect them. Obviously, now they're trying to get involved in this so it doesn't harm them in the long run. Now that they're seeing the power of cryptocurrency. So JP Morgan, the largest bank in the U.S., said on Thursday that it had created and successfully tested a cryptocurrency this month. It marked an unprecedented move for a major U.S. bank. The bank said its digital currency called JPM coin is based on blockchain technology, and it is intended to enable the instantaneous transfer of payments between institutional accounts. So JP Morgan said that each JPM coin has a value equivalent to $1 US. Digital currencies tied to fiat currencies have come to be known as stable coins. Exactly what I was just talking about, before I even got into the article. When one client sends money to another over blockchain, JPM coins are transferred and instantly redeemed for the equivalent amount of US dollars, reducing the typical settlement time. So the bank said over time, JPM coin will be extended to other major currencies. As for whether regulators support the coin, the bank said that cryptocurrency is currently a prototype, and as it moves towards production, the firm will actively engage our regulators to explain its design and solicit their feedback wherever it is necessary. So Jamie Dimon, the bank's CEO, said in late 2017 that Bitcoin was the largest cryptocurrency, was a fraud. Months later, he said he regretted the comments, but said that he wasn't interested in Bitcoin itself. The bank included its official stance on cryptocurrencies in its Thursday release. We have always believed in the potential of blockchain technology, and we are supportive of cryptocurrencies as long as they are properly controlled and regulated. Now, that kind of sounds pretty ironic because that goes against what, cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrencies are unregulated. Now they want to regulate it. That sounds like money, and they want all the control. So very interesting, very shady, touchy topic, I would say. So it says the bank recently published a recent report downplaying that some of the benefits of blockchain technology can bring to the industry. In January, JP Morgan offered skepticism on some areas blockchain could improve current processes. Blockchain is unlikely to reinvent the global payment system, but instead can improve marginal improvements, instead can provide marginal improvements to various parts of the process. So there's a little bit more into the article. I do have a couple other ones I want to discuss that kind of tell us a little bit more. So very interesting, though, as what I was saying, causing a stable coin is definitely a very shady topic. So it says JPM Coin will initially focus on international settlements by major corporations, helping speed up transactions that currently take a day or longer using extent options such as SWIFT. Elsewhere, treasury services and security transactions also in line to benefit. Farouk says that the cryptocurrency could expand further if it proves successful. Only a small amount of the total funds involved in the three areas would involve JPM coin at first. Even if this was limited to JPM clients at the institutional level, it shouldn't hold us back, he added. So, I was looking for this crypto on the exchanges. It's not out there, so it's not a publicly traded token. It's currently private used for institutional investors within JP Morgan, so it's not something we can necessarily get our hands on. Yes, it will affect the markets, and definitely the fact that we're hearing, JP Morgan, which is a huge, well-known bank all around the world, accepting or getting involved in cryptocurrency is massive. It's huge. It's going to be the talk of the town. Believe it or not, I have tons of friends that aren't necessarily super involved into cryptocurrency like I am, but they messaged me. I had about 10 people so far from colleagues and people, my friends in college, who messaged me telling me, yo, did you see this? Yo, did you see this? Make a video on this. I'm like, dude, I've already known about this, but the fact that, the guys who don't really know much about crypto actually heard about this means there might be another wave coming into crypto, and it might not be dead. So definitely a very interesting thing. I'm looking at a couple articles. We looked at CNBC, Fortune. They're all saying the same stuff, that CEO Jamie Dimon called Bitcoin a fraud. And it's kind of funny because he did call it a fraud, and now he sounds like a hypocrite. So I honestly do want to know what your opinions are. I'm reading up on this other article too. It says the second is competitive wholesale cross-border payments involve the movement of large sums between banks as part of a complex dance of international transactions. These movements have traditionally used wire transfers that can take, days to complete or a day to complete. With this crypto, it could take simultaneously a couple seconds to less than an hour using this coin. So using that blockchain technology may be huge. So it says global banking is moving towards blockchain, the database technology that drives cryptocurrencies and leaves a clear audit trail that supports a high level of regulatory compliance. A cryptocurrency can work at the same speed for real-time transactions instead of wire transfers lagging, giving a processor a competitive advantage. And there are small trials happening within JPM coin in the next couple of months. So guys, that's pretty much going to sum up what my opinion is and what the actual information is on this JP Morgan wild talk. Moving on though to Litecoin. Before we jump into the charts, guys, I do want to shift over really quick to my Patreon, guys. Shout out to you guys, you know who you are, who have signed up. We now have 4 people joining the Crypto TV family over on the Patreon. Basically, if you join, you get access to my cryptocurrency charts. So now they have personal access to these charts to see exactly where my lines are, all of my analytics, all of my indicators. They have access to all of that. So definitely check that out. It's the first link in the description if you want access to my charts, as well as there are different tiers where you can get access to my personal cell phone number and text me and ask me questions. Furthermore, moving on to Litecoin. I just bought back in, guys. I know you guys have been waiting for me to talk about this. When am I going to buy back in? Blah, 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 blah. Yes, I bought at around 27, I told you guys. I sold off around, I took profits up, I think up here, and then I bought back down at 30, and when it ran up, and I sold up at $37 right at this green band. And yeah, it did go up much higher, but I was playing a conservative route. You can see if I did, hold it and make it run up, if I didn't sell off here, I probably wouldn't have sold off at the top, and then seeing this massive, fallback, I probably would have been kind of short-sighted. Yes, I would still have been slightly up, but I'm just playing it conservative. I sold off here, I made profit, and now I bought back in here. I'm starting to dollar cost average, which means I just put in a small amount right here where we touched this red band, anticipating that if we do pull back lower and we fall to $37, I will put in most of my side money into Litecoin, mainly because I don't think it's going to go much lower than 37, where this green band is, mainly because we're out of being overbought on Litecoin's daily. So I'm going to probably put in right here and kind of dollar cost as we head into that. So in between 40 and the $37. And I'm kind of already up money because I did buy, if I zoom in really quick, I bought right where this line was. You can see where we crossed over. So I'm zooming in right here. I bought right over here. So I bought it like 39, 70, right at that, 39.80, right at that red band. and then we shot up all the way to 41.18. So I made back whatever fees I had to pay for like the mining or the transaction fee. But I definitely think I bought it at a good time, you know, and guess what? If we don't go lower, at least I have a position here, and when we decide to move up, I'll at least be able to make some sort of profit. Otherwise, if we fall lower, I'll put in most of mine here, and when we rise back up, it'll all cancel back out, and when it goes up even higher, I'll make even more money. So that's my plan, guys, for right now in terms of Litecoin. I do think we're going to head back up. If we don't test 37, we're going to head back up to $50. If we do test 37, we're going to head back up to $50. It's just a matter of time. But Litecoin looks beautiful, guys. Moving on to Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin also looks really good. It does have the opportunity to pull down to 3350, which will obviously affect Litecoin too. But I am anticipating some sort of sideways consolidation for the next couple of weeks within Bitcoin and Litecoin too, mainly because we are still within this downtrend within Bitcoin. So I am anticipating a slight move, I guess we can consider this a short-term move from February, where we are now, to maybe the mid to end of March. So about a month's move of sideways consolidation. We do have that tendency, though. We can still run up to around $4,150. That is still possible. Obviously, that's still a downtrend, but there is money to be made in that, shift upwards. So it definitely looks good, but I am considering consolidation for the longer side of things and potentially a shorter term move to the upside. Lastly, though, Ethereum does look good. We did break bullish from the downtrend. You can see small downtrend on its daily charts. Looking beautiful, as always, on its relative strength indicators, and we're trading out sideways. I honestly think it's going to follow Litecoin and Bitcoin. I think we're going to need some consolidation. That's what the market's seeing. I can zoom in to the 4-hour. I am anticipating some sort of sideways trading. Here we go, guys. Here's another talk. There's a possibility that another move is coming, because you can see in the past how we've had a lot of crazy volatile moves. Sideways trading, we blew up, and now we're seeing that sideways trading again. Yes, we are supported not only by this yellow band, but the green and red band, so that is an indicator we could continue to move up higher. We may see that nice push, and we may actually retest 160 now that I'm looking at this. We may actually test 160 in Ethereum's case. 140 first. I would call a 140 move if we can, keep this up. If we continue to make days of sideways movement of no volume, we could break bullish and shoot all the way up to 140 and retest that. If not 160, which is where this red band is. Lastly, to sum up today's episode, guys, we're looking at XLM to US dollars. XLM, guys, I do think it's the sleeping giant. On its daily charts, not only is it nearing oversold, there is a massive downtrend forming on here. We found critical support at around 7 cents, and we're coming to an end, guys. End of February, we're going to see a big move, I think, within XLM. We may see a bullish pop all the way to 12, 13 cents, if not all the way up to 15. That is my definite. If we break bullish, we are definitely headed up to here. In between here, could go higher like we've seen within Litecoin. But, there's a downside that we could break lower. If we do break lower, it probably won't be much lower. Obviously, I can't really track where it's going to go in terms of how much lower. But if it does fall lower, it's not going to go down by much. But if it does decide to break to the upside, it's going to be a pretty big move. So that's going to sum up today's episode, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notification, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.